to Inquiring Minds Would Like to Know. On today's special, I am going to share a personal story with you, or what have you, into some of my psychology in regards to the world. So, as you've seen the title of this episode, I'm going to talk about a pregnancy scare that I had back in 2012. So, for the purposes of anonymity, I'm going to label these females as by their first initial. If you know, you know. Um, and also, I'm going to give you the backstory before I give you the actual story or what have you. So, let's go back to November of 2011, right? Um, at that time, I was stationed at Fort Stewart, which is in Georgia, southeast Georgia. It's probably about 30 minutes from Savannah, Georgia, right? And so I'm there. I got there in March of that year, or what have you, from Korea. And the first thing I'm gonna tell y'all is from April of 2011 until November of 2011 is a blur. It's like a movie where there's certain moments I remember, but if you can, if you were to ask me what happened in that time span with me, I couldn't tell you. Promise you, I couldn't tell you. Part of that because I was doing a lot of drinking and I was partaking in some drugs. I'm never gonna lie to y'all. Like, that's what it was. Like, couldn't tell you anything. So, November 2011, right? Two things had occurred at this particular moment. Kind of in unison, but not really. So, at this time, I was dealing with this chick by the name of D, right? We're gonna call her DW. So DW at the time, not Arthur. Don't. I don't need the jokes, y'all. But anyway, DW. That's her initials. Um, Me and her were cool, right? So we was rapping at the time or whatnot. Like it won't. We understood the nature of our relationship or whatnot. You know what I mean? It was more or less like friends with benefits, to say the least. That's a good way to term it. Um, Me and her had been talking on social media or whatnot, and I decided to pay her a visit the next time I went home. This is probably like around like Thanksgiving of that year or whatnot. Um, and of course, go over there, kick it. You know, me and her was like real. Our main connection was hip hop, so me and her was talking that hip hop shit or whatnot. Excuse me. And so we rapping, we having a good time, we vibing. One thing lead to another, and I was drinking at the time too. I think I was drinking on some vodka. One thing led to another, what have you. And I remember initiation. I don't remember anything after that, if I be honest with you, until I woke up the next morning. Don't remember any of it. So there's that. And then the other part of it as well, too, or whatnot, was I was at a point to where like, oh, disclaimer. I was about 24 years old at this time, like 23, 24, 25, like in that age range or what have you. And again, as I told y'all, I was doing a lot of drinking. I was on I ain't gonna say a lot of drugs, but one particular drug, which I'm not gonna speak the name of up here. And I was in my full blown whore bag. I was a didn't care at that point. Like I said, I had so much emotional baggage at that time or what have you, and that was part of me letting loose, for lack of a better term. So I was in my full whore bag at that time. And so the other part of this story or what have you, let me finish with DW, then I get to the other part. So with DW or whatnot, she hit me up like 3 weeks later or what have you, telling me that she's pregnant. I don't know how to react to that or what have you. Oh, I did know how to react. I bought me a bottle of liquor and got my friends and we sat there and took shots trying to figure out how the hell we gonna deal with this situation. How I'm gonna deal with this situation or whatnot. So And then she hits me up like another week later or what have you. Allegedly, because I don't know this to be true. Allegedly, Shorty made up her mind to get an abortion, but she needed the money in order for it to take place. And blindly, my dumb ass gave her the bread, whatever amount she said it was or what have you. I found a way to sit back and send it to her or whatnot, and it was what it was. It was a one-time fee. I did it. I ain't proud of it. I don't know to this day whether she did it or not, or was it a money grab. And to this day, really don't care to know. Because after that, I think me and her probably had like a couple more dealings, and after that, it was done. So, anywho, so after that whole fiasco happened or what have you, then well, C didn't come into the picture. If I'd known C prior to that or what have you, and C was somebody who I felt like at that time, like once that whole situation happened with DW, I was like, I need to get out the game. I seriously need to get out the game. So my way of getting out the game or whatnot was making a conscious decision to see if I can get with C, right? So I reached out to C. I forgot how I reached out to her, what have you. And C is somebody who I never dated. Me and her, we always, whenever we hung out, we had good vibes. We ain't never had no issues, anything like that. Me and her, we never dated. To this day, we have never dated. And so I made up my mind, like, well, shoot, if the one person I know who would help me with this or what have you is C. So hit up C, and through rapping with her, playing catch up or what have you, come to find out, C was pregnant. I'm like, damn. I ain't gonna front, that one broke my heart. It's like, damn. So I'm at a standstill at this point or what have you. And like I said, I was shook off of that one for a good little bit. I ain't gonna front. And but think I was in my feelings for like 2 weeks and then I got over it, whatever, right? So New Year comes in or what have you. I'm still who I was at that time. So like I said, shoot, one monkey don't stop the show. So I'm still out there shooting in the dark, what have you, as far as like me trying to acquire a friend or trying to find somebody to talk to. So I end up meeting this other chick. We gonna call her M or what have you. Me and M probably started rapping around like January 2012 or whatnot. Um, we get to know each other or what have you. I go out her. She's from Georgia, so side note, DW and C are from North Carolina. M is from Georgia, so me and her get to rapping or what have you, and me and M start vibing, right? And so I had to go up to Kansas for like a month regarding something or what have you. But when we got back or whatnot, I hit up M. So went to a place a couple of times. We kicked it, everything cool, we vibing. And then one day I decided to bring her the bass, right? And so when I brought her the bass or what have you, of course we kicking it, chilling, looking at a couple of movies. I think I made a couple of beats, something like that. And one thing led to another, and we whoop de woo. Now, in this particular moment of the whoop de woo or whatnot, something was off. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was off. Like the energy wasn't matching in regards to like what we like. It wasn't nothing like forced or like it wasn't assault. It wasn't harassment. It wasn't none of that. But it was just off. I don't know how to describe it, but it was just off. And sure enough, in the same sequence, 3 weeks later. Oh, by the way, I use protection. Just FYI. 3 weeks later, she hits me up and tell me that she pregnant. It ain't mine's, but she pregnant. I'm like, dog, like what the fuck is going on here? Like seriously, what the fuck is going on? Right? I ain't got so now I'm like, I'm paranoid. I still want to be a whore, but I'm paranoid. And I don't know what to do at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the girl. I want to keep her around cuz she cool, but I can't get too involved with her or what have you because she's carrying somebody else's child. And I don't believe in doing that. Like that's the other thing. I don't believe in penetrating women who got other niggas' babies inside of them. Like that's nah, that ain't it, bro. Cause I wouldn't want nobody doing that to my woman if she's carrying my child. Like I can't intentionally do that. That's wrong. Nah, fuck that. I can't do that. That's against my morals. So this is around about February. I want to say like right after the Super Bowl or whatnot when I found all this out. And so I was like, all right, cool. I mean, me and her still talk. We still continue to talk or whatnot, but it wasn't on that level. So, and then I meet S. S is in North Carolina. S, me and her started wrapping up on social media or whatnot. And that's how we ended up communicating. And so we was vibing off of me and her DMing one another or whatnot. And so I told her the next time I come home, I could sit back and meet up with you, what have you, so we could rap in person. And so it was St. Patrick's Day weekend. This is March now. I'm saying these dates because the dates are important. It's March, St. Patrick's Day. Well, St. Patrick's Day weekend. I think we had a 4 day weekend that weekend. So I went home. Went back to North Carolina. Um, Met up with S. Went to her apartment. And that first night, I think it was Friday. It was a Friday night. That first night we got together, what have you. Like we just sat up there and we played catch up, spoke about some of the folks we had in common, and talked about high school, which was cool. Like I said, I went over there like around, I don't know, I want to say like 7 to 8. Left around like 11, 12. Like I ain't stay there long. I probably did, yeah, probably about 3 to 4 hours I was there or whatnot. Like I had no ill intentions. Like I just wanted to have a conversation, see her in person, just get a vibe. And so everything was cool. Went back home. Like I said, next day she hit me up. She invited me over, told me to bring some food and come around like 9 o'clock. She wanted to sit back and look at a movie. Which in my mind I already knew what the fuck she meant by that, but like, gotta play it cool. So it is what it is. Got the food. Think I brought me some alcohol with me as well or whatnot. Went over there, we ate, looked at the movie. Next thing you know, one thing led to another. Whoop de woo. So did that, went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and this shit right here fucked me up. It fucked me all the way up, man. So wake up the next morning, right? Man, I woke up in some pussy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, and at that particular point in my life, that ain't never happened before. I was like, whoa. So I woke up and then I'm looking at Shorty like, yo, okay, this what we all right, cool. I'm with the program, right? So I ain't even tripping on the shit or what have you or whatnot, right? The only thing that had me fucked up is like, yo, we raw dogging, like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But that man instinct kicked in with me or what have you. I was like, yo, we here now. We might as well go through. And I had no control of my body to know, like, hey, look, something about to happen. You might want to get the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So we whoop de whoop. And then when shit about to happen, tap shorty on her, either on her back or her butt, one I don't remember. But I like, yo, you might want to get up because something about to happen. And shorty put me in the cobra clutch. I can't even say it. In the cobra clutch. Girl gave me that daggone that Texas leg lock on my ass, and I'm like, damn. And I was confused. I was legitimately confused because I'm like, yo, this is so much elation. I'm so happy. But yo, did you just play me? Did you just trick me? Did you just you trapped me? Like I'm like, yo, but I didn't know how to feel. And I couldn't be mad. Like I wanted to be mad, but I couldn't be mad. And it's like, yo, I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Once again, 3 weeks later, here she go telling me she pregnant. It's confirmed. She's supposed to have this baby in December. All right, math, right? And so, after that point or what have you, I reluctantly got with S. I ain't want to, but I feel like it was the right thing to do, so I did it, right? And so, for the next couple of months or what have you, this is the whole thesis of our relationship, or the whole, excuse me, not thesis, the synopsis of our relationship. Whenever we was together, we had good harmony, good vibes. Whenever we was in person together, good harmony, good vibes. Whenever we was apart, we argue like a motherfucker, and I couldn't stand her ass. Oh my god. Like the arguments we got into, and it was so petty and so utterly ridiculous. I can't even tell you what the subject matters was, but it was just so stupid, just utterly ridiculous, or what have you. Now, I'm gonna say this and shout out to my moms with this or what have you. My moms knew Shorty was on bullshit the whole time. Cause out of everybody that was around me, my mama was the only one that said that baby ain't yours. Adrian, that baby ain't yours. Like that baby ain't yours. Like you ain't got to deal with this. And I didn't feel right leaving that girl alone without knowing for a fact. And I told my mama, I hear you, but I don't know. I can't look her dead in her face and say like, yo, this ain't. I ain't want to be that guy neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if it's mine's, it's mine's. But I ain't gonna be that guy neither, where I'm sitting back and denying my children. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna be that dude. So I played along. And fast forward, we get to July, and I get a phone call saying Shorty in labor. I'm gonna repeat that. July 2012. Mind you, me and her had relations in March, like March 17th, 18th of 2012. It's like the second week of July 2012. She giving birth to a full blown baby. Math ain't mathing. Math ain't mathing. And then some of y'all thinking like, well, wasn't you around this girl when she was pregnant? You couldn't tell. No. To me, in my eyes at that time or what have you, like the way certain women would show when they're pregnant or what have you, like got the big old belly or whatnot. This wasn't the case for her. She didn't have that big old belly. Like you knew she was pregnant, but you ain't think she was like 7, 8, 9 months pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't showing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like she showed, but it won't wide. You know what I'm saying? It won't big. So to me, anyways, I could have been looking at it from a different view, but that ain't how it looked to me. So Shorty still dying with the lie at this point. I'm like, yo, ain't no way in hell, ain't no way in hell. So she's dying with the lie at this point, and it wasn't. It was literally right after she gave birth to that baby. She finally admitted the truth to me. Told me that was another nigga's baby. She knew she was pregnant when she got with me or what have you, and for the fact that the nigga who originally got her pregnant or what have you left her, I became her sucker. She didn't say that blatantly, but in so many words, that's exactly what she told me. I ain't never been so happy and pissed off at the same time in my life. I was relieved that the child wasn't mine, but I was pissed off at the simple fact that, yo, you ain't give me no choice, no opportunity to sit back and like, you was selfish for this. You was arrogant for this. And like, yo, me and her got into a whole argument probably like about a month before she gave birth or what have you in regards to giving this daggone baby up for adoption, trying to control me, essentially. Embarrass me in front of all my co-workers. Mind you, like I said, when I was in the military, what have you, for the most part, like I said, look, I'm 6'4". I like to keep a low profile. I don't like putting myself in situations where people see me like act irrational or be very emotional. I don't like doing that. I don't do that in front of everybody because that ain't my bag. And she took me out my element one day when me and her got into an argument about giving this child up for adoption for her trying to control me. It's one of the few times that anybody's outside of people who's very close to me see me out my element, and I appreciate that. So I had to apologize to some folks. I had to go through some bullshit after all that happened. And so when she finally admitted it to me or what have you, of course I like, yo, like I wasn't pissed off like I needed to be pissed off or what have you, but I was so relieved at the same time. Like I just couldn't be full blown pissed. 'Cause I was like, yo, it ain't like I didn't know. But like when I sat back and went back and told my mom about that shit, it's one of the few times I see my mama show like true elation. I told you, I knew it, I knew it, I told you, I knew it. I'm like, ain't you happy I just dodged the bullet? Shit, I don't give a damn about you being right. Like I just dodged a hell of a bullet because like the other crazy part is, yo, I almost extended myself in the military. I was about to re-enlist, and for those who don't know what re-enlisting was, I was going to add more years to my contract because I thought I was having a baby. And the only reason I ain't that shit ain't go through or what have you is when I went to that dude's office or whatnot, he wasn't there. That's crazy. And I say this, like, I can't speak for the young lady now because I haven't spoken to that girl in probably like over 14 years at this point. Um, she wasn't a bad person. I think she had a good heart. I just think she made a lot of fucked up decisions. And I think even after that point, when I did, when I was following her at one point, like she was still making fucked up decisions. I think she's doing better today. But at that age and at that time, like I really believe that girl to have a good heart. And like I said, in the moments that we did kick it and hang out or what have you, we vibed fairly well. Like it was the not being around. It was the arguing. I ain't like in the manipulations and the controlling tactics that she pulled on me or what have you that I wasn't a fan of. But outside of all that, she wasn't a bad person. Like I believe she really got a good heart. She just made a fucked up decision and tried to play me in the process of it, which I don't appreciate. So, and secondly, the way you insult my intelligence by telling me that you pregnant in March and you giving birth in July, you got me fucked up. And to me, that's an unforgivable act. I'm like, I don't give a damn how good whatever was. If you crazy enough to disrespect me like that, what the fuck else you gonna do? Like how else I'm going? I can't trust you at this point now. Like how what else are you willing to do to try to be with somebody or hell try to be with me? Like, cause I ain't going to those type of links to be with anybody or what have you. Like that's wild to me. That's the shit you hear about, like with hoodoo, like no disrespect, with like voodoo, hoodoo, or freaking witchcraft when the freaking love spell goes wrong. Like that's some shit like that. That's crazy to me. Like no. And there's a continuation of this video too about what happens, because there's another pregnancy incident that happened towards the end of that year, and it led me to eventually getting married to my first wife. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. So for the folks out there who been through some trauma, who done been through some bullshit similar or maybe the same situation or to a fault, you're not alone. You can get through it, and it makes up for a wonderful story later on down the line. You can sit back and think about it and laugh to yourself about it. So, but that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to me, when it comes to these stories that I have. I got plenty more. But with that said, this has been Inquiring Minds. My name is A.M.W.L.T.K. I appreciate you taking up the time to listen to me and watch my video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hit that notification bell as well too for more content. Peace and much love.